Hey.
Hi. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Which is still sort of nameless. AP podcast.
AP podcast.
And I've been wanting to talk to you for a while. I've got really into your music during the pandemic, and it definitely got me through a lot. So I appreciate that.
That's nice to hear. Yeah. I hope you're good. I hope you okay.
And I've also told Kevin so many times how you had like navy hair at one point.
Yeah.
And I was like obsessed with it, and I tried to do it, and it didn't look good on me.
Dude, it was hard to upkeep. I did it once, and then I just kind of let it grow out, and it turned into this weird ass teal that ended up, my roots went out. It was a one-time thing, but
you're not gonna bring it back?
I thought about it. I was just talking about it today, actually.
Well, now it's come up
maybe.
Today.
Well, yeah. If you do it, I'll do it.
Okay,
we'll make a pact.
Okay, so new music, and you've been working on it for 2 years.
Yeah. Roughly.
2 years from like conception to now, or 2 years in the writing and recording process?
In the conception to now. Because I started like 2023 is when I was like, okay, like I really want to lock down and do a full project with the intention of making an album. And then, yeah, it just finished like was that September in 2025? Yeah. So it was like 2 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a long time coming.
I know that a lot of artists that I talk to, they feel differently about projects that they spend a lot of time with by the time it comes out.
It's weird with this one. I normally always feel that way, but with this one, I feel like it grew on me more instead of, well, to be clear, the album was a different album before I finished in September. It was like 10 songs, and then something happened and I just got rid of like half the songs, sniped them all, and then just like restarted, like made 4 new songs and put them on there. But since then, yeah, it definitely grew on me.
Yeah.
Which is like a rare, I'm hoping it's a good sign.
It's a really good album.
Yeah. Thank you.
I was watching this video of Trent Reznor last night in a wormhole. And he was talking about Downward Spiral, 9 Inch Nails, when it first came out. And he was saying that like the way he approached that album was as a body of work with like, and then he created the songs within that. Whereas some artists create songs and then the album is a collection of songs.
Wait, so what do you mean? So he created a body of work, like he had... What is that?
Directly.
What does that mean?
I guess he had like it was like a concept.
Oh,
and then
got you. Okay.
Then he created things that fit within the boundaries of that concept.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Initially, I had that in mind where I wanted to approach it with a cinematic view of it and kind of narrating like different parts of my experiences. But as I started working on it, it just turned into like, I don't want to say a collection of songs, but it was like experiences that were happening in that moment, and it just songs that I fucked with more than like, oh, it has to fit this cinematic world. It was just like, it became...
Sounds like there's a lot of gut following your gut.
Yeah. I think this is the first time I don't want to say first time, but yeah, this was like very heavily influenced just by instinct, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Something that I like really admire about your work is that and I think the word vulnerable is used way too often in press releases, but I think that your work is genuinely extremely vulnerable and feels very honest.
Thank you.
I guess that's just how you do things. So me asking how you do it, I don't know if that is something you can answer, but yeah, that's something I've always noticed, and this one especially.
Yeah. It's interesting because in my daily life, I feel like I'm not a vulnerable person, but I think that's why it's important for me to be honest with what I'm making. So it ends up being like this other part of me that I don't really let I don't know. If it, I feel
like
exposed
an
saying all this. Yeah, it is. It's ultimately an outlet, and it's like, I make it for me because I need somewhere to put it.
Yeah.
So if that translates into vulnerability or authenticity like that,
Has
I'm
music
glad to hear that.
always been like that for you?
Yeah, for sure.
Where you put things?
Yeah.
When was the first time that you remember thinking like, oh, I can do this? Like something you saw or heard maybe?
Dude, I still don't think I could. I'm still like, I don't know if I'm actually doing it right. I don't think that's gonna ever go away. But honestly, I think when I put out my first song is when I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, it's kind of like taking a leap. And once you put it out, you start getting into the rhythm of it. But I still feel like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Do you get nervous or have you just like radically accepted that?
Yeah, I still get nervous. I'm nervous right now. What the fuck?
I mean, me too.
Yeah.
We're all nervous. Everyone's nervous.
But yeah, I definitely still get nervous.
Yeah. But you just push through that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the process of making the album, 2 years.
2 years.
How did it start?
2 long ass years. It started with, I remember when I wanted to make an album, I was like, I need to be able to focus on it and like have somebody help me develop it and be on track, because I have a tendency to be all over the place. But I remember I hit up my friend Ramil, and he helped me throughout a lot of the process. And because it's my friend, it was just so easy and fun to work on music, and we'd bring other friends in and a lot of great musicians. But yeah, that's how it started. I called him, I was like, would you be down to make an album with me? And he was like, bro, let's go. And we just locked in for 2 years.
Did you come with any like references?
No. Not in I made that sound crazy, but I just don't like personally, I don't like using references just because I don't want to sound like something else. Even if it does end up sounding nostalgic or sounding like something else, it's all because of what I'm influenced by or what I listen to or like what I grew up with.
Yeah.
And what I like.
I respect that.
Yeah.
What were you listening to? Were you listening to anything? Because I know that, and that's not me trying to get around the question I asked before. I know that some people don't listen to music while they're making an album, but I guess 2 years is a long time.
Yeah, that's not listen to it. I'm like, I hate music. I don't listen to music. I don't really listen to, but even on my daily life, whether I'm working on an album or not, I tend to, I don't know if it's just, I don't know what it is, but I never really listen to music that I would make. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of it's like, on my way here, I was listening to Throw It In by Lil Wayne. Like, just anything that's just drastically different from what I would make.
That makes sense. Because I feel like maybe I would start comparing myself to that.
Yeah. I also it's like refreshing because there's parts of music that I wouldn't make where I draw influence from that. And I feel like that's what at least excites me. Like I'll listen to like 454 and then get on my little acoustic guitar. Like it makes no sense, but for some reason it works for me. I like that.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
So starting out with this cinematic view, what would you say the thesis statement of your album is?
The thesis statement?
Yeah. It's a high school word.
Damn, okay. Like the overall theme, I guess?
Yeah, what's the message?
Damn, you got me stumped. Well, I do have kind of an answer because of what it became. Mm-hmm. It was more so about, well, when I started with the cinematic view of it, I was like, oh, I want to talk about like past experiences and like my life and like get personal with like what I grew up around and what I've seen or what I've experienced. It ended up becoming kind of, I don't want to say breakup album, but like it was like my journey through what was going on in those exact 2 years instead of like an overall scope of my life. which is
deep.
Yeah. So it ended up becoming like half the songs are about me like falling in love, and then the other half is the aftermath.
Do you think that any of the stuff about growing up and those past experiences also got in there?
Yeah, for sure. There's a song called Dane where I kind of talk about like growing up in Spokane and Seattle, where it's like gloomy, and then like experiences that I had. It's like in the lyrics, just sprinkled in. But I don't know, man. I sometimes even now I still have a hard time really getting into the nitty gritty of things. But Dane is probably the closest thing to that. Like,
Yeah.
more like childhood shit.
You haven't psychoanalyzed your entire album.
Oh, no. You could do that.
Best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can try.
I think I'd be scared.
Okay, so, but I do want to talk about growing up in Washington.
Yeah.
What's that like?
Damn, you're really getting into the nitty gritty things. It's cool. I think a lot of why I wanted to go cinematic, and kind of like this gloomy look is because that's what I grew up around. I feel like in the environment, I get affected by environment a lot. So like growing up, there was always cloudy. You get all 4 seasons, but there's a beauty in it. There's this melancholy. But yeah, growing up in Washington, I mean, I grew up moving around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, I think starting from when I was like 12, I went to a different school every year until I graduated. So there's like parts that it just feels, what's the word? What's the word when it's like discombobulated?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess like discombobulating. But yeah, Washington is sick. There is an overall depression over there though.
That's why so much good sad grunge music came out of
Yeah.
there.
But I will stand by, I think the Pacific Northwest has the best outdoor, like I think it's the best nature scene. What do you call it? Like it's the most beautiful part.
I haven't spent that much time there.
It's sick. The trees are green. You could breathe. The oxygen is different up there.
Do you miss that?
Yeah, I do. I think I miss it, but I can't imagine living there yet, going back there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
But yeah, I love Washington.
You need vitamin D though.
I
Probably.
do. I truly do. I got to New York. It's cold as shit. I'm ready for the sun again. I've grown soft.
Do you feel like you're drawn to melancholy?
I think just because I grew up that way, it's natural. So it's not like something it's just like a part of me that I can't really escape, you know? So it's
Being a
not.
sad girl.
I mean, certified sad girl. It's funny because I don't think, I guess you're right. I haven't psychoanalyzed myself because in my mind, I'm like, I don't think I'm really like that.
Well, I don't want to fuck you up by getting.
I know, right? I'm gonna go cry after this. Actually, this is over. I'm out. But yeah, I don't necessarily feel like I don't want to like label it like I'm sad, but there will always be a part of me that has a melancholy, I think.
Yeah, I wonder if you really were super sad and that was the vibe, if you'd be able to access any of this stuff. Because at least when I am, it's like I'm like numb to everything.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think half of my life, more than half of my life, I've always been that way. And it's just like, I've done everything I can to not be that way anymore. So there's a part of that identity where I'm like, I don't want to relate to. I don't know if it's that I don't relate to or if I don't want to, but yeah, I definitely, there's a lot of things that I feel very deeply, but I kind of just suppress that shit, I guess. I'll put it in the music. I don't know. Put it in the music.
Oh wait, so also I read or something that you were in a doom metal band?
Yeah, there was I loosely call it it's loosely a band because it wasn't like, didn't go anywhere. There was this there was this band in Seattle. I was living in Spokane, and there's a band in Seattle that was looking for a guitar player for this. It was a doom metal band, and I was like, fuck it, I'm down. And I will not tell you the name.
It's okay. Maybe I can find it.
No, please.
That's so cool, though.
Yeah. It was a really random. It went from like working on being in like a folk indie band to then like a doom metal. But I also grew up around a lot of hardcore and post-punk.
Were you in that scene at all? The hardcore?
Yeah, growing up, for sure.
Were you in a hardcore band?
No, I wish. I don't think I had the balls for it, to be honest, but I really wanted to.
Never too late.
Yeah.
Side project.
Don't get me started. I might.
That would be fun. I feel like now is the time.
Yeah.
What is your favorite song on the album?
My favorite song on my album? All the time. All the time.
Why is that?
I like the production on it. I like what I'm saying because it was just very off the cuff and it felt really natural. It wasn't like I didn't have to overthink it. Actually, All the Time or How to Forget. I think How to Forget was such a sick one. It always ends up being the songs where I didn't have to think about it and it just happened in like 30 minutes or an hour because it's so subconscious. So it's like more an afterthought where you look back at it and you're like, damn, like I don't think I would have been able to really say that if I had to think, you know? But they're both, yeah, it's between All the Time or How to Forget. And also How to Forget, it was nice playing with the band. And just like the musicality of it.
So Dom was on this too? This album?
He wasn't. We actually, am I allowed to say?
I can cut whatever out.
All right. We actually did have a song. It was me, Dom, and Dominic Fike, and Kevin Abstract, where I was working on the album. We're in the studio, and they both pulled up, and we made the song. And again, it was one of those songs where we just all just like ran it and just made it in an hour. And it was a sick song. It was like this R&B type track. Mind you, not any of us make R&B, but then we came together and made this like really old school R&B song. But it didn't make it on the album. But yeah, Dom, if you're watching this, we need to release the song, dude.
What do you think like draws you to that? Like what connects you guys? Because I do think of you guys as kind of like all in the same world.
I feel like it was like 2019. We all met around the same time. Dom and Kevin might have known each other beforehand, but I met Dom early on and we just were like kindred spirits. I don't know. We just got along and he's always supported me. And then, yeah, Kevin Abstract I met through working on No Halo with him. And then we all ended up we're in the same friend group, in the same music world. I feel like, you know, we all support each other. It's all love. And yeah, now it's been like, 7 years deep. And
Crazy.
Just like, there's just history there.
Having like interviewed all of you, I do feel like there's like a sense, I'm not in no shade about this, but like it's a good thing, sensitive. Like everybody is sensitive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. You think I'm sensitive? Oh.
I think you're trying not to show it.
Damn, I'm getting exposed on this podcast. Yeah.
But I relate to that as well.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I feel like this is like therapy right now, so I'm just laying it all out on the table.
Sorry.
No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm laying it out.
I'm not licensed.
Yeah, I am sensitive, for sure.
And like, I also, because there's so much, and I don't like asking questions that have been asked a bunch of times, but you've talked about this like isolation feeling as well. And maybe have you talked about like, do you identify as an introvert?
I don't know. Lately, I've kind of been an introvert. That's a lie. I'm lying. I actually grew up an introvert And I've become more of an extrovert recently, which is kind of weird. I feel like it's always the other way around.
I feel like I'm the opposite.
Yeah, most people, it's like they become introverts the older you get. But I don't know what happened. Because I remember I was an extreme introvert to the point where I couldn't order at a McDonald's drive-thru. Even at like 15, I remember I would have my mom order because I was like way too shy and like didn't want to talk to the person, like scared. And then as I got older, I feel like I forcibly became an extrovert.
Do you think music was the catalyst?
Yeah, for sure. I think being able to like put something somewhere and then like having to have people hear it and, you know, just kind of, it's like putting yourself out there and then being like, okay, cool, like I'm still alive. Like I made it, like I'm good. Like I'm, you know?
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world.
And it does seem like you're surrounded by people who are really supportive.
Yeah, I'm very lucky with the community I have around me and like my friends and my family and the people I love. I feel like bring that out of me a lot. Yeah, and it helps a lot with even when I'm working on music or like my mental state.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess I'm an extrovert. Do you know your MBTI?
What's that?
It's like your personality types. So it's like a ENFP or like a INTJ.
Oh,
the Myers-Briggs.
I feel like someone made me do this at one point, but I don't remember.
So you don't know yours?
No. I'll figure it out and then I'll let you know.
Yeah. Let me know.
If it's good. If it's not, I won't. What's yours?
Mine's a ENFP.
What's that?
Extrovert, intuitive, feeler, perceptive. I think that's what it is.
That's an album name.
Wow, the entire thing?
Yeah.
Extrovert, intuitive. Actually, I'm gonna change the name of the album. That's what it's gonna be.
Should.
Yeah.
It's a good call.
You'll get percentage, don't worry.
Well, how do you feel like those things show up for you?
What things?
Each of those things, I already forgot.
So you already forgot. That would be a terrible album name. You already forgot all of them.
I'm not like a good model for memory.
Extrovert, and then intuitive. I think it's between two. It's like intuitive and thinker. Wait, I don't remember. It's always, so each letter is between two things, like introvert or extrovert, and then intuitive or something, and then feeler or thinker, I think. I don't know. I just took the Myers-Briggs test, so they told me that's what I was.
Well, it definitely makes sense. Like listening to your music, I feel like all of that, the intuitive part, also being like you're saying how things kind of organically came together.
Yeah, I used to be INTP, which means instead of feeler, you're a thinker. But when I took it again recently, it made me a feeler. I don't know what happened.
You're opening up.
Oh yeah, I got soft. I grew soft.
It's all happening.
I got sensitive. Yeah, it's actually, we're laying it out here.
And this, so sonically, this album is also different. It's stripped down.
Yeah. That was something consciously, I feel like I hid a lot behind production and vocal effects because it was part of me being like scared. Because even to this day, I'm like, I don't think I'm a singer. I'm not like a good singer, which is, I'm not saying that to fish for compliments. So it's not like, I just, that was like an insecurity of mine for a long time.
You have a very distinct voice.
Thank you. That's what I was fishing for, actually. No, but I just didn't think I was ever really like a singer. So I'd always hide behind just like a shitload of whatever, just throw anything on my vocals, like make the production loud as fuck, like hide everything. Just like a diarrhea of sounds. And then, yeah, with this one, because I write a lot of things on my guitar first, I kind of approached it where I was like, what would it sound like if it was, there's still all these things, there's all these elements of sounds and instruments that I like, but it still clears a path where you could hear everything that I'm saying. Because the whole intention was to be vulnerable.
Right.
Yeah.
We can
But-
use a different word.
Vulnerable. No, that's okay. I like it. Sensitive, vulnerable.
Yeah, I definitely heard that listening to your music through time. It's also like, I feel like that kind of like layered production was like also the thing that was happening
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah. Hyperpop, like very...
Yeah. I
like-
also have noticed that people have classified you in so many different genres.
Dude, this happens every time. Every interview, it gets brought up where they're like...
I'm not going to ask you what genre you think.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to be like the others.
You're not like the others, though.
I just thought that was crazy, like how many different, it was like R&B, emo,
Hip-hop.
Yeah.
I've gone hip-hop. I'm like, where?
funk. I said funk, which is
great.
funny.
Yeah, funk. I'm like, where is the funk? It's not anything bad. I mean, I appreciate that you could see me in different light. But yeah, if you were to ask me what I thought my genre is,
I think that's a crazy question to ask anyone. No musician likes being asked that.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I always just say alternative because it's like that
fits.
Something other alternative.
Yeah,
press.
It's a wide umbrella.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do with AP. There's a lot of different things that are alternative.
Yeah.
Not just pop punk. Yeah. What was I gonna say about the production? Oh yeah, so I do feel like around whatever it was pre-pandemic, there was a specific style of production, and you can hear it in like Kevin Abstract's solo work.
Yeah.
Like, it was happening.
Yeah.
And it's really great. And it's interesting too, like since then, having gone through pandemic, and now the world is also just like a crazy place. And I'm seeing a lot of people like strip back.
Yeah.
Strip back or get like super heavy.
Yeah. I was trying to teeter tatter in that in between. Yeah, definitely. I think I was a victim of that. Not even a victim, just I was definitely a big part of just more.
I mean, it was great.
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
Thank you.
But it's just interesting seeing like how people evolve. I mean, if you look at any musician, even musicians from like the 80s, like you can see evolution.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah.
Yeah, this album definitely feels naked. I think it is like kind of starting like you have your coat on, it's just a bunch of layers, and then like the more you evolve, it's just everything strips back, which I don't even know. I don't know if that's a good analogy, but
I like it.
yeah, naked.
So you've played some of it live.
Yeah, I've played some of it live, yeah.
How does that feel? Does that feel naked as well?
It always feels naked. I always feel naked on stage. It was more like testing it out to see how it would play sonically. It was like just to see if my band, like if we like it live. So it was it was nice. I mean,
Played at Flogna.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was so bummed I wasn't there. It looked fun.
It was fun. It's definitely a different type of show, I feel like, before, because I used to play without a band.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd always be like running around on stage, like sweating. And then now it's like this, everything's really calm, I guess calm-ish and stripped back. So even with playing with the band, now I'm just like standing there like playing. Which before I used to not play on stage because I also don't think I'm a very good guitar player. Which, yeah.
I guess you're getting over all of this stuff, but you really have to, because it's not true.
Dude, it's
What is your preferred guitar?
I've always used a Fender Telecaster, but recently I've been playing with a Strat. But I always played Fender. I think that's just what I learned on, and I stuck to it forever. Shout out Fender. Hey.
And Ramil helps you produce this?
Yeah, he EP'd this project with me. It was just also working with a friend who was down to work long hours and that long and invest that much time.
Because you've worked with other producers before too.
Yeah, I have. And a lot of there are songs on the album that I worked on with other producers, but just like overall keeping it together and like on track. I mean, if it was up to me, like, to be honest, like I think it'd be all over the place. Like I would just, not that it would be directionless, but it would be, he was like good at being like, yo, focus on this.
But do you feel like he has a light touch?
Light touch?
Like he lets you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. Like the entire thing, I'm playing all over it, like kind of directing what I want the song to be, but just making sure that it was still going to be an album.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I make a song and be like, drop it right now. Like, fuck it. I'm like, no, save this for an album.
Yeah, you have put a lot of songs out. I like that though. I feel like there's, the intuitive thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope my intuition's right though.
We'll see.
We'll see.
No, it's a great album. It's a really great album.
Said good luck.
Do you like living in LA?
I do. I used to not like it.
How long did it take you to like it?
I only used to not like it because I wasn't used to the weather. Like it goes back to growing up in Washington. I love the gloom. I love having 4 seasons. But now I'm like, the pace of it is good. All my friends are there. I've just been there for so long. I've been there for like 10 years now. Yeah. And now I'm like, there's no sun. I'm like, where the hell is the sun? Who turned the lights off?
Who are your favorite artists in LA right now?
Favorite artists in LA?
Or anywhere. Just like.
Favorite artist right now? I actually might need a second. Hold on, let me look.
Go for it.
Hold on. It's hard to say because I feel like it's all over the place. Like I've been listening to a lot of Lil Wayne recently.
Which era?
The No Ceilings mixtape. No skips. Through and through. I've been listening to a lot of like throwback, like old music. More recent ones, Blood Orange. I love the new album.
So good.
Yeah.
I feel like it makes sense to me that you would like that. It's also
Blood Orange, yeah. It's cool because I just love the way he uses strings on his tracks too.
Yeah.
Like they feel just the right amount. There's this artist from London, John Glacier, that I've always loved.
Do you go to London a lot? I feel like that's similar weather.
Yeah, I used to go. A lot of my other projects I worked on in London. But they all ended up moving to LA, so now I don't really have an excuse to. I need to find it. I want to go back.
I love London.
I love London. See, you like gloomy weather.
I do.
You like Washington.
I tried LA. I couldn't do it.
See, that's how I felt at first.
I actually tried 5 times.
Oh, actually, yeah, okay. You might.
But I've never made it like longer than a year.
Oh, really?
People are like, you need to wait. You'll get it after like 8 years.
Dude, I always say that there's the first year moving there for anybody is always the worst year, and then it just changes.
It's just like, I feel like as an introvert who probably should not isolate all the time.
Right.
But will.
Yeah.
If that's what I can do, it was really lonely.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to, you can't just really walk out and just walk into somewhere, stumble upon anything. You're either in your house or
drive 45 minutes to see someone who's probably going to bail.
Yep. A lot of bailing happening there. Yeah.
Which I also do a lot of, so it just was not good for me.
Yeah. But the sun, though, the vitamin D, though.
Yeah, I'll just get a lamp.
I really like Elliott Smith. I feel like that was like a common answer, easy answer, because songwriting and also just guitar. Obviously, Dominic Fike, Kevin Abstract. I mean, a lot of the artists that I really admire and that I like ended up I'm friends with.
That's such a good feeling.
Yeah, like Matt Champion, his last album was so sick. I listen to a lot of 454. Yeah, I feel like no matter what I'm gonna say, it's just gonna sound like I'm just naming off like just because I know them, which is not the case.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like, is that a bad thing even?
No.
Like every time I interview somebody, I like end up liking their music even more afterwards, because I feel like once you know someone, you have like a different understanding of their music.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm really trying to think. It's just such a loaded answer. Loaded. Give me some time. Hold on a second. I got.
Are there other things? What are other things that inspire you or influence you that aren't music? Do you have hobbies?
Hobbies? A lot of hobbies. I like playing a lot of games. Well, I don't know if they inspire me musically, but it's more just like I love Fortnite. I'll play Fortnite. But then like poker, like Texas Hold'em. I love playing dice. We were just talking about Catan recently, actually. Have you played?
I've never made it through a whole game.
Interesting. Is it long?
Yeah, it was the time that I tried it.
Okay, yeah, you were over it.
It was like hours. I can't do that.
And foosball. Actually, arcades. This is why the album was called Arcade, is because there was an arcade that I'd go to in the summer at least like twice a week. Every week. And I would just go there and play games, like anything. But I guess in that way, yeah, that inspired. Wow.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Now you have an answer for the next interview. Ready.
But yeah, that's why the album's named Arcade.
What's your game at the arcade?
Foosball. Undefeated. Do you play?
I've played foosball. I wouldn't say I play foosball.
You don't actively play.
Not on a team. But
you don't have jerseys? What do you mean?
I like air hockey.
Oh, air hockey. Yeah, they have that there.
That's my favorite arcade game.
Air hockey, pool.
Mm-hmm.
You play pool?
Poorly.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
I actually need so much help with that. When I was living in LA briefly, Poppy, the artist, we were going to start like a girls who can't play pool club. But then I left.
That's incredible.
She's alone with that now.
So it's just her alone not being able to play?
I think she just can't play.
You just left her hanging. You're like, you know what? It's all you got.
She's doing fine.
But yeah, I love games. Any games. I don't know if that environment, I feel like I'm really affected by environments when I'm making music.
So what's the ideal environment?
I don't know if this is an ideal environment, but this was, well, I guess there's two different types of environments where it's like weather, where that's one thing with LA that I had a hard time with, is that it was always so sunny and the music that I make or what I'm feeling never matched. So I was always like, I don't know how to write something genuine in this weather. When I'm like inside talking about my feelings and I look outside and it's fucking people on skateboards, tank tops on, bikinis on, I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, yeah, there's a part of that where it was jarring, but yeah, there's that aspect of it, the weather, but then there is also like literally inside the studio or like where I'm working on music. And I feel like I've always been comfortable making music in my room or in my home, where it's like my things and like things that I like and I'm comfortable. So with this album, it was interesting because we kind of created that environment where it's like, it wasn't a stale, it was nice ass studios. It was just like exposed walls, which I preferred. And then having like friends come through and it'd be like, dude, at one point it was, not one point, every night it would be at least like 20 people in the studio. But then the song that would come out of it and everyone's
right. Like thinking about the songs.
It was like, it'd be like 20 people in the studio, all friends, and we're all just like, you know, bullshitting, like playing Fortnite, whatever. But the song that would come out of it would then be like Dane. It's like the most acoustic, like really intimate song. But that's what was fun about it, is I was able to make that because I was so comfortable.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember my friend Ashlyn was filming the entire session every day. And you click on any point of the video, like any day, any month, and there's always at least like 10 people in there, which is like so fun. But then the music is like, stay here in the sun.
Yeah.
Like,
that makes sense, I guess. It also like, so you don't find it hard to be so like naked, as we were saying, like around people. It actually makes you feel more comfortable.
I think, yes, I'm comfortable being naked around a lot of people. Yeah, around 20 people.
As long as the brick is exposed.
Yeah. But I think it's just because it was people that I know and love that I was comfortable enough to be like, oh, I could say this and I wouldn't feel judged.
Right. Because they're also kind of going through everything with you.
Yeah. And it was like a comfort thing. It's almost like, you know, if I'm alone, I feel like, actually, I actually don't know what I was going to say. But yeah, it was nice. It was comfortable. It was everyone that I loved in there, where I could talk my shit and not feel judged.
What do you hope people feel when they listen?
I hope not depressed.
Okay, how about not a negative? What like
okay. I don't know. I don't really like. It's a hard question because I never really think about what someone could feel, but more just like if they could relate.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know what they're going through at the time, whether it's like some happy or sad or whatever. And I wouldn't want to tell someone how to feel.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's like parts of it where you could relate to it or feel connected to it, I think it's really important.
Yeah, I do feel like breakup albums, they tend to, even though they are sad, like they kind of do the opposite of depressing people. It's like a solidarity thing.
Yeah, I remember because growing up, like when I would listen to music, whenever I felt lonely, hearing someone sing about that same experience almost brought comfort to me. Like I didn't feel as lonely or alone about it anymore. And so I think there's that part that I want to be able to translate, or I guess like give to somebody else. But yeah, and then there's like songs on there where it's like I'm talking about like in the moment of falling in love with somebody, and it's like doubts or like being scared of that or being in denial about it.
Also real.
Yeah.
What do you think is the best breakup song or album of all time?
Dude, I want to say Jeff Buckley.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really
yeah, we're going there. Yeah, we're going there. Jeff Buckley's, what's the album called? Grace.
Jeff Buckley, Grace.
Yeah. I'm sure I have an even better answer for this, but for some reason I'm blanking and I don't have service to even
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
That's a pretty sad one. I feel like for me, when I am going through a breakup, I want to listen to like screamo.
Yeah.
I go that direction.
What screamo bands?
Like Seisha, like 2000s screamo bands, or I listened to a lot of like post-hardcore or like hardcore music.
Did you ever listen to like Saosin and like
7 years and anything Anthony Green?
He's so good, dude.
The last breakup I went through, I listened to like almost exclusively his solo stuff.
Yes.
And then, which is like so heavy.
It's so good.
And LS Dunes.
Nice.
So
okay,
he's gotten me through a lot.
Oh.
And that's somebody that I was like a big fan of growing up.
Right.
Who's become a friend. And that's such a good feeling too. It's so nice.
So sick. But I get that. It's almost like you want to be able to not think about, like something to just get you through the day.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about,
It worked.
Oh.
Okay. Would you ever make heavy music?
Yeah, there's a bunch of songs that I made throughout this process where I did make a lot of heavy music that didn't fit on the album because it didn't feel right to have arcades and then just like, like right next to each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love making heavier music And there's like a part of that where I wish it made it on the album, but I feel like it has to just be a side project because it feels, it'd kind of be like, what the fuck?
Well, you can use the album name that I came up with.
What is it? ENFP
For
extrovert?
your side project. I'll let you have that.
Okay, thank you so much. You want to be in the band? You can scream.
I can scream. I don't even know if I could do that, but I'll try. I'll be the unclean vocalist.
You could be that person on the phone that's like, are you drunk right now?
I'm down. Sounds good. So we've come out of this with some project.
Yeah, solid ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and therapy.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.